Well, welcome again to my channel, Travel Treasure. Today's stream is from Brooklyn. Who would think that Brooklyn, which is part of New York City, can look like that? Come join the channel, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to put a like for this video, and we will begin. I'll give you a few seconds to a minute to join as I'm showing these beautiful streets of Brooklyn. I call it my secret Brooklyn because that's the Brooklyn that I personally did not know existed until last year or 2 years ago, and I'm happy to share it with you now. Hello, Uner. Sunshine NYC, hello Sandman, you made it to the stream, to this one. I hope you were sleeping when I was streaming earlier today. You can even hear birds singing, which is not usually the case in Manhattan. You can hear the train as well, but it's not so bad. So come join. I'm just going to be silent for a few seconds and then we shall begin. You are playing football this morning, like soccer football? Oh, that's nice. Do you do it every Sunday? Weather is the opposite of what was in New York yesterday. So yesterday it felt like, and I'm not exaggerating, minus 25 degrees in Celsius, which is also negative in Fahrenheit. So that alone shows that it was cold. And today I would say that in Fahrenheit it feels like 45 degrees. So that's like just about 10 degrees above zero in Celsius. Perfect weather. There's not a lot of noise from cars here because a lot of streets are dead-end streets. What it means in New York, and you see that sign in many places, that's when there is nowhere to go after a certain point. So you can just turn around and go back there. Did everyone get a notification about this stream? Because I know sometimes it doesn't work, even when you put a bell. This area of Brooklyn, houses are not expensive as in the area where we were yesterday, but these houses look amazing. They are Victorian style houses, and believe it or not, drivers of yellow cabs, a lot of them have their property here. That's why from time to time you will see a yellow cab parked next to these homes. Sometimes they rent, sometimes they own houses here. And each of these houses is worth several $1 million as well. And that, compared to yesterday's neighborhood, is strange because, oh, that's a blue jay. Because houses here are made of wood. While houses in the area, oh, come on, blue jay. While houses in the area where we were yesterday, they're made of rock. Roberto, you made it to the stream. Good. I was duly notified. I'm happy, Senator. How are things in Baltimore? Hello, Ruben. Well, which people live in this neighborhood? All different people. There can be people who drive taxis, so you can imagine from which countries or what type these people are. There are also people like Americans, like middle class Americans. There are also people, well, you would hardly see Russians here, but maybe occasionally you will meet a few. Look, trees are ready to bloom. Spring is around the corner, and this is magnolia. Last year, unfortunately, a lot of magnolia died because when everything was supposed to be blooming and when they were ready to open themselves up to blooming, it got really cold. So it was super cold for a few days. So it completely died. So you could see that it turned like dark brown / black. But surprisingly, in October, I think it was October, maybe even November, in some parts of New York City, magnolia was blooming. So everything was upside down. Look how nice houses here are. If I could paint, I would probably sit here every day and I would be just painting these neighborhoods. Houses are unique. In many areas of America, houses, like community of houses, I would say, they look exactly the same. Sometimes there is something that distinguishes one house from another house, but in most places in America, they all look the same. Well, here it's different. Every house is unique, and even if there are two houses that look similar, they are still either painted differently or something specific about them. There is definitely something that distinguishes them, and they stand out in the neighborhood. So they are not like others. And on many houses here, you would see American flags. Americans are huge patriots. In addition to American flags, you might also see some Ukrainian flags in support of Ukraine. I will try to stream tomorrow. I'm expecting to wake up really early tomorrow and see one celebrity. I don't know if that celebrity will be in the place where I will go. If that comes true, I will stream from there in the early morning. If not, if I don't stream and if that person is there, then I might record a video for like a short video, which I'll post later here on YouTube. But if you want to see it live, and if I do, and if I will do live, if I do live, then in order not to miss it, please subscribe to my channel if you are new. I know that the majority of you are watching without, and that's what I checked, are watching without subscription, but some things are only available here for people who are subscribed to my channel. And also I don't save all videos, so please put a bell to know when stream will come out, will be live. By public conveyance, how long time is the commute to Penn Station from your location, from here? From here to Penn Station, I would say, well, on weekend it's longer than on weekdays, but I'd say like an hour, 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, if trains were running same way as they run in Moscow, it would be not more than 20 minutes. Considering that trains, subway specifically in New York, is really bad and unreliable, I would take extra time. So anyway, between 1 hour and 1 hour 30 minutes, I would say. You show in place than no other live streaming show. Well, Roberto, I'm trying to make my channel really interesting for people to watch. I know that there are a lot of streamers in New York and they are doing great job, but I'm trying to be unique, different, and also show not just tourist parts of New York, but also New York that no one really knows or no one expects to see. I don't know if I will keep this stream, so you guys are lucky that you joined it live. You see how different houses here are. So, and also neighborhoods, they change from like newer building like this with expensive apartments to buildings which were from before Second World War, which were built during, or before, yeah, probably before Second World War, like 1930s. And apartments there are also not as cheap. Like I just checked, I was passing one neighborhood which we passed as well with the stream, and in a building which looked similar to this, I checked price for 1-bedroom apartment, actually, to tell you during this video, and for 2-bedroom apartment. So 1-bedroom apartment, which is like, it looks nice, but it's not like a new building, so it's an old building. So outside it's made of brick, but inside walls, and so in between walls, that's all made of wood. So our price for a 1-bedroom apartment was 575,000 if you were to purchase it, and maintenance. So say you don't have, you don't borrow money to purchase. So if you purchase it all cash apartment, so maintenance fees are approximately for such an apartment $1,000, while a 2-bedroom costs $100,000 more, and it's not a big 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartments. They're relatively good size, but not huge. And maintenance for a 2-bedroom apartment is a little more, so I would say like $1,300. So let's say you don't have a loan or whatever it's called, mortgage. I keep forgetting that word. So if you don't have mortgage, you would still be paying this amount of money per month for maintenance. Maintenance includes taxes, includes serving the house and other things, but it doesn't. It excludes electricity, it excludes gas and other fees. Killicam, hello. Anton, hello, welcome back to a new stream. 1-bedroom is 575 and 2-bedroom 675. I mean, considering it's Brooklyn, it's expensive. Natalia found you. It's time to change location. About the helicopter. Uh-oh. I ran away. I didn't do it. I was hiding well, so they didn't really find me yet. But I have to be careful. So you see that, and some buildings have flags of Ukraine. I have never seen flags of Russia hanging on houses even before war has begun. But now you see flags. Actually, you even saw flags of Ukraine before war, because there are mostly Ukrainians who live here. I remembered one thing, and I told you guys to remind me about it yesterday, and I didn't finish it, so I'll finish it now. So how can people afford living in a place like where we were in Brooklyn yesterday? Well, government helps people. So people, especially who don't speak English, they can ask a community. So community is a group of people who help, like elderly people, who help people in need, to fill out applications, submit it to the government, and then government either approves or disapproves. Most times they approve, and if an apartment costs, like let's say if they were to rent an apartment, if normal price for it would be, let's say, $2,000, they end up paying only a small portion of it. It can be $300, and the rest is paid by the state. In addition to this, these people get what is called food stamps. So with food stamps, they receive a card which looks like a credit card, but it's not exactly that. It can be used only by this person, and it can be used only for buying food. So if you were to use, or if the person who got this card was to use it for something else, the card would be denied. Also, people like that, they get 50% off fare for subway, buses, or MTA. Squirrel, why are you crossing in the wrong place? Hurry! Shh! I don't want it to be... I don't want anything to happen to the squirrel. And these people, they usually get support after they are 65. So after they turn 65, and after they have lived in America for 5 years, whether they're here legally or illegally, even if they have never worked here. Hello, Elena. Where is this? We are in Brooklyn today. This is the part of Brooklyn which I personally like the most. I prefer not to share it with anyone because I don't want crowds of people to just see this and float in this area, for it to stay as it is now. But I'm happy to share this with my followers. Hello, person from Netherlands. And yes, Nightbot is reminding you and me, don't forget to put like to this video, and what else? Subscribe, of course, comment. All that will be welcomed here. Commissar, that was Alexei. Please tell him to send helicopter randomly. Alexei, when will Nightbot give the correct time in New York? When I will pay enough money to Alexei. No, I'm just kidding. Wow, the squirrel jumped from a tree to the bush, and I thought that something was broken, but no, it's just a squirrel jumping. How do you like this neighborhood? Totally different, right? I wish I could live in this neighborhood. So a house like, well, I mean, prices for houses around this area, they all look pretty much the same. I mean, in the same price category. So a house like this would cost approximately anywhere between $3 to $5 million. Taxes here are high because it's New York City. I think higher taxes are even higher are in New Jersey. Sandman, correct me if I'm wrong, but even in New York, they are super expensive, super high. Seems like somewhere in New Jersey. Yes, but in New Jersey, I don't think you can walk that easily. So there are not like roads for pedestrians everywhere you walk. Here in New York, no matter where you are in New York City, you can walk anywhere to any place. Hello, Miguel. Much bigger and quiet. If someone was to buy $1 million house, I'd rather buy one in New Jersey. Why? What makes you like New Jersey more than New York? What's better? Advertise New Jersey, Sandman, for us. Look how interesting this is. You see small houses, privately owned houses, and right behind it there is a building with multiple apartments. And same here. Whether New Jersey or Jersey City, let's see. Yeah, it does show. Yo! Time after time. Oh, that's why so much bigger and quiet. But like, are prices in New Jersey lower than in New York City? Would you say, Sandman? So New Jersey houses are bigger and more land space. So if you were to compare to this area, still bigger and still more space around the house. You see how two small houses are squeezed in between apartment buildings. All right, let's cross. Nightbot is not correct. Nightbot is messing up. New Jersey house. Okay, I read that. So let's see where we go. I prefer to go where there are still small houses. I don't want to go on a. There are cats. You don't see cats walking in New York. The only place where I saw a cat just walking randomly, that was in Central Park, but they're there to catch rats and mice. Well, here you can see cats. They do belong to someone, but you can see cats wandering around streets of Brooklyn. Where is that cat? I wanted to show it to you and he disappeared. Oh, he or she. Public schools are better. In New Jersey? Where is that cat? Kitty, kitty. Where did you go? Hiding under the car? Kitty cat. I don't see him. All right. As long as he's safe, or she. Absolutely. In New Jersey, you will have one acre of land for yourself. Oh, the cat has already crossed. Oh, what would you use this land for, Sandman? You see the cat? My dog would be so excited if she saw a cat now. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Are you wild or can I pet you? Can I pet you? Can I pet you? Can I pet you? May I pet? No? Okay, okay. It's okay. I'm not touching you. It's okay. Okay, might as well. You're so cute. Hi, Roberto. Hey, Patrick. Hey, cat. Don't go this way. I go that way and you go back where you went. Don't cross. Okay. Cross quickly. I don't want him to get under the car, so I had to scare him. Sorry. The cat is on a mission. He is watching you. Be careful, some cats bite. I know, that's why I was given the hand to smell. Plus, since I smell like a... not that I smell like a dog, but I was just walking my dog and her smell probably stayed on me, so cats do smell it. Do you know that I learned today that cats can be allergic to their masters, to their owners? Yeah, cat. I love cats. I love wildlife. All right, so where shall we go? Wow, some trees are cut in a nice way. Let me just go back a little to show it to you, and then we continue towards Church Avenue. So to get here, you can take two trains. During the week, it's B train, which is express, and Q train, which can be taken even during weekend or during the week. And you get off, I would recommend if you were to walk here, that you get off either on Church Avenue or if you get off near Prospect Park. Prospect Park, that's like Central Park of New York, but that's located in Brooklyn. Next to Prospect Park, there is also Botanic Garden and what else is next to it? Not the zoo, because that's in the Bronx. So Botanic Garden, I think only Botanic Garden, right? That is the good area of Brooklyn. Oh yes. But what is interesting about New York is that you can be in an area like this and then you step one street aside and it's total Bangladesh. If you don't know that you're in New York, you'd think that you are there. And then one street from it, there can be Jerusalem. I think New York is the only place where Muslims and Jewish live next to each other, like side by side, and they don't fight. Does it work now, Alexei? Compare this to New Jersey. This is filthy. For $3 million, you can live closer to Manhattan with actual privacy. No subway, no undesirables. I understand you. But also, for example, if you work in the city, you cannot get to the city by car every day, because especially now that they rose price for George Washington Bridge and for tunnels to go from New Jersey. So you would spend at least, depending on where you live in New Jersey, at least $20 daily to get to the city by car plus parking. So that would cost a fortune. It's good if you work outside of the city, right? Or if you can work remotely. Or you can commute, you can take a train, but I don't know how reliable New Jersey Transit is. Or you can take a bus and you can take a ferry, but again, that costs money. And how reliable all these means of transportation are. Oh, I'm finally glad. Thank you for making my dream come true, Alexei. Низкий поклон. Alexei repaired TimeBot. Thank you, Alexei. Wait, let me go back to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, New Jersey apartment got expensive too. In my town, one bedroom is about 2,800 and 2-bedroom is 3,200. Well, 3,200 is approximately a price of studio in Manhattan. How much was it before, so that we know what to compare to? The name of this street which we're about to take, oh, actually let's take next one. So this street which we'll cross now, it's called Marlborough Street. Just like cigarettes. Let me see if there was anything written before. Okay, I answered all of that. All right. And okay, never mind this just yet. One day I plan to go to the Statue of Liberty. I want to go to the Crown. Yes, you can get to the Crown. There is also an option to go to the pedestal of that. How to say? I don't think that the Statue of Liberty is a woman. I think it's a French mocking. One second. French mocking Americans, and that's not exactly a woman, not exactly a man, but we'll go there once. If you can take books here for free. If you guys want to accelerate me going to the Statue of Liberty, or maybe to some other sites which require some financials, so you can you see that there is a link to Venmo here, so if you want to put some contribution to it, you're more than welcome to do this. I'm not imposing it, it's your own will. Okay, so now we will be turning to Rugby Street. It smells like mushrooms here. I was just discussing mushrooms with you yesterday. Damn, I'm old. One room used to be 800 and 2-room was 1100 about 20 years ago. Well, Sandman, sad reality is, I think prices have changed everywhere during this period of time. That's a funny guy. Hello, Art. I apologize about the connection. I saw that it disappeared for a few seconds, but I hope we are back. Maybe a transgender? No, I don't think so. It's not exactly a man, but it's definitely not a woman. If that's what a woman, especially in a country like America, looks like, and if that's an example of a woman, I mean, okay. But either way, I promise that one day we'll go there. That was bad connection, Alexei. I want you to do a live streaming inside the Plaza Hotel, Natalia. No problem, we will. Wow, look at this Volkswagen. You are correct, Natalia, about you being from Colorado. Is this a real Volkswagen, or is this another car that was rebranded? That's a cool one, huh? You see a lot of cars in America, and they're still on the go. And spring, or rather winter flowers. The guy was forgotten to be taken away after Halloween. Yes, he was left from Halloween, or he's waiting for the next one. Wow, this car is amazing. I love it. I don't even know if they have such a car in Germany. Is it a real Volkswagen? It is. Oh my god. Lizzie, hello! How do you like that car? I personally am really like old school, so I'm very conservative in a lot of things, and I like how like things from the past, and that's why when I see a car like that, that makes my heart feel warm. That puts like some warmth all over my body. So there are some not traditional people here, or maybe they're more traditional now than others, depending on how you take it. So this flag, which is so American flag, everyone knows, but the rainbow flag, not exactly rainbow, is next to some brown stuff. So this is also, and some other things. So this was added last year. So flags like this appeared last year when they added also Black Lives Matter and other communities, so to say, other people who used to be minority in America. I'm not sure if it's still the case, but they added it to the flag. And as I said, I'm very conservative in many things. That's why when I came to America, this was very strange to me in the beginning, but with time I got used to it. Oh wow, Nightbot says, hi friend. Who wrote hi? Oh, Lizzie wrote hi and the Nightbot responded. So this comment works, good. That's Skittles flag. I used to eat at least a pack of Skittles when I was a kid. Taste of rainbow. I guess you guys know that this flag doesn't have one color of the rainbow, right? The difference with the real rainbow. So what do we see here? There are schools. This is a public school. During the week you see a lot of kids here. If we go a little left, you will see no one but Muslim people. If we pass that street and walk maybe like 2 more blocks more to the left, there will be no one but Jewish people. One day when it's warm outside, when it's maybe summer or spring, we will do that, but today we are in a different area and we are here to see different things. Very quiet. Well, this area, it has a lot of shops and also a busy subway station. That's why it's more crowded, but as soon as we cross, it will go back to quietness. It will be quiet again. First time I see such a Volkswagen. Me too. You should return and ask as who that was. What if I will know too much and he will do something to me? At least he'll scare the crap out of me. Okay, so Plaza Hotel. Roberto, remind me to to show you Plaza Hotel next time I'm in that neighborhood, okay? Leonid, good to see you again. So guys, I see that some of you joined after I have made that announcement. There is a chance, very low chance, but who knows? There will be 1 or 2 celebrities tomorrow who I might be able to record, who I might be able to see. And I will be doing live streaming if they are there and if I can get through to see them. So please don't forget to subscribe and to put a bell sign, to activate a bell sign to see that in life. Lizzie, Nightbot learned to call the weather and correct time in New York. Yes, so if you put exclamation mark time and then exclamation mark, separately exclamation mark weather, then it should show time, but I'm not sure if it shows just in New York or in other places. Weather, I know, works for different countries, while time probably too, but not 100% sure. Just hit the like button. Okay, so what do we have here? Another peaceful neighborhood. And what is that thing? I know that people who live in America, they know that. And these things start to appear in other countries as well. Well, that's a mini library. People exchange books here. So you can, if you read a book and you don't need it anymore, instead of throwing out, you can put it here. And you can take books, cards, and other things which people put here. For kids, for adults. Sometimes they put cards, sometimes maps. So you can take whatever you see here and you can give something of yours. Sometimes in the same libraries, well, they look the same, but they're not meant for books, they are meant for food. So people put like cans and some other products, not just cans with some stuff, but also they can put any food in such, let's call it a library.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Hello, Lily. Time Yekaterinburg. Does it work? Driveways like I had like I had when I lived in Queens back. You lived in Queens back in the day? Wow. Also, these neighborhoods, not only they are so beautiful with Victorian style homes, one of my favorite areas of America, there is a city in New Jersey, hi Sandman, called Cape May. Well, that used to be my favorite city. Maybe still is, I don't know. Sometimes in the on Russian streams, people ask me if I have any area in New York where I want to come back to all the time. There is no such area. New York is always different. So I don't have one specific place where I always want to come back to. Connection is supposed to be stable here. I think that maybe I'm getting messages. That's when live streaming is beginning to act up. I just got some message, so I think that's what happened. And you see on many homes here, you see American flags. Hello, Manchester City. Weather in Chelyabinsk. That works. So time in different countries does not work, or in different cities. Time works only for New York, but weather seems to work for the world. Weather in Miami. Seems correct. And it shows both in Fahrenheit and in Celsius. Someone asked me to transfer Celsius here to Fahrenheit, which I did. I edited my post in community. But Nightbot is here to help me with weather. So if you want to know weather, I don't remember if it's only an option which is available for moderators. But if that's the case, just write the name of the city and the moderator will be able to help you check weather in that city. Miss all the trees. Well, we have a lot of trees in Colorado, right? Nightbot is reminding you to do several things. I will not be repeating after Nightbot. I'm sure that all of you can see this as well. I don't know how many people just listen to what I'm saying and not watching. But if there are such people, let me know. Because in that case, I will be reading what other people don't see in chat. And I will be also reminding what Nightbot here reminds people of. Weather, Yekaterinburg. It might not work for everyone. It might only work for moderators. Leonid. And yes, I'm reminding one more time. On this channel, we communicate only in English. So during live streams, whether you write something to me or if you address something to other people, please, out of respect for everyone who is present here, do so in English. You are more than welcome to leave comments in any other language after the video is over, because in that case it's easier, it's really simple to translate it into the English language. So please respect each other and communicate here in English. All right. So there is a black squirrel, unusual for this neighborhood. So we're still on Rugby Road. Houses which we see to the right and to the left. Oh my God, we should come back here on Halloween and on New Year's. If only you could now imagine, but when we come back here, see for yourself how nicely and how creatively they're decorated for these holidays. So don't miss it. In just a few months from now, they will come here before we know. Where is that black squirrel which I wanted to show you? Squirrel? How do you call a squirrel? I know how to call a cat, but not a squirrel. Well, we'll see it some other time. Alexei, English, please. Not everyone reads messages in community tab, and they should. If you guys don't know where to find community tab, tabs. There are different tabs on each YouTube. Playlist, videos, about the channel, and one of them is community. Community is where you should go for notifications, for pictures, for posts, for different information that I post. I post a lot there. So I use community tab as I would use Instagram. Instagram I haven't been using in the past few days, and I will be using community tab as if it were Instagram. Okay, because I know that some of you don't even have Instagram, so for your convenience, there is a community tab. Throw a peanut. Well, sometimes you have to point out at the peanut for the squirrel to see it. I don't even know how squirrels find nuts which they dig during, like nuts they find in winter, nuts which they hid in summer. How do they know where they hid them? I mean, their memory, if they do find them, their memory works better than mine of some other human beings. How? Can I become a squirrel in some ways, please? Alexei is provoking me. Yes, they should read. Dijon planned that Melbourne trip yet? No. I'm not going to Melbourne just yet. When I go to Australia, I will probably go to New Zealand at the same time, and I don't have it in any upcoming plans just yet. How are you doing? What time is it in Melbourne actually? Wait, let's see. Can we do that? Time. I don't know if it will work. Melbourne. Probably won't work, right? In the time of BLM, black squirrels were untouchable. They still are. Don't you dare touch a squirrel, especially if it's a black squirrel. No, it only shows Central Europe, Moscow, and New York, so it doesn't show time in Melbourne. Would bet these houses sell for 1 million or over. Oh yeah, like a house like that, I bet it's worth at least 7 million. Even though these houses are all made of wood in this area, they're so expensive. But I guess people who own these houses bought them a long time ago, and you don't really see a lot of houses that go on sale here. Around here. Today is Sunday, and it was supposed to be colder than it is now, but on a good summer, spring, fall day, or fall/autumn day, you see a lot of signs for garage, yard, and other types of sales. So what that is, and I'm sure that eventually we will see it, that's when people clean up their garages or their houses, and they either give away stuff, or when they are moving, for example, and they either give away stuff for free or they sell it. Sometimes they put a price on the item, other times, and it's not just here, it's everywhere in America. Sometimes you can just offer your own price, and if the seller agrees, then the item is yours, because otherwise it would go to trash. And this way they can earn some money off it. Hello, Walter! Good to see you. And stores in Brooklyn are cheaper than stores in Manhattan. Out of curiosity, again, I don't drink, but out of curiosity, I went to one of the liquor stores here, and prices on some bottles are 2 times cheaper than in Manhattan. So it's really significant difference, not just by a couple of dollars, but could be $10, $20. Thank you, Dijan. I'm doing well, supporting all my Orthodox brothers and sisters. Why just Orthodox? Or you mean literally brothers and sisters, not just brothers and sisters of the world? I want sometimes to just be quiet for you to enjoy how quiet New York, this is New York City still, can be. Houses are so original, some more than others. And the sun is low, the sun is not very strong. I really overdressed today. I even took some layers off for this walk, because when I left my home I was dressed up much warmer, as if it was a cold day like yesterday. But it's really nice. Super weather today. Leonid and the Urals are the oldest mountains. Practically nothing is left of them. I was in Yekaterinburg. I didn't see any mountains there. This house, which looks like it's made of brick, well, it's wooden. Brick is only outside. That's when they say appearances are deceptive, right? So you see, the house is actually wooden. But I guess it's like good protection. There are very random houses which you will see here. There are really not many that are made of rock. I prefer houses that are more essential, that are like that, because wooden, they get worn out eventually and they are more difficult to maintain. This is European type of architecture here, right? Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it. So that's another big street. It's Church Street. That's actually the street where I was going. That's another library. You see them on every four to five blocks here. And let's see which books it has. Stephen King book. So see, it's called Little Free Library. So Stephen King, I think some kids book. Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen King. Didn't mean to throw you on the floor. All right, so somebody even left their key. See how welcoming people are. Some discs, some, what do you call it? Yeah, it's a disc, 7-disc set. Some DVD or something. That's funny. I wonder if anyone still has something what you can watch it on. I guess they do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Anton is reminding, now it's the time to do so. Yes, I will make a little pause now so that you can exit out of this video, go to the channel, click subscribe button, and then come back, click like to this video, and then continue with us. So let me just give you a few seconds to do that so that you don't miss anything. Okay, I'm giving 15 more seconds for people to do that, and then we will turn right at the next block and continue, and I will continue to speak. All right, so I hope you did that. So let's go on. 45 likes to this video. Good. Very good. So if we continue straight a little more, that's not where we will go today. One other day we will start from there. We will get to Prospect Park. It's only maybe a 5-minute walk from here, so you can actually see where there are trees over there. That's where Prospect Park begins. I don't know Prospect Park, unlike Central Park. In Central Park I cannot get lost. I wanted to show you something that is located at the end of Central Park. There is a cathedral which is called St. John Divine or Divine, and they used to be peacocks. One of them was white, and they were there for 50 years, 50. And I wanted to go to take you there, but peacocks that were walking in garden of that place, they were taken away because they were not, they had to meet their old age in better conditions. So they were moved away. At least that's what I read. I don't know if it's true or not. In January it happened. I don't know why, but if someone calls me or if someone sends messages to me, then connection drops. And I don't know how to change it. I was saying that this is that's a Cambodian Buddhist temple. So that was someone's home that was transferred to a temple. I don't know if they need to have special permission to do that, or if anyone can do that. So for example, I live in a house, no, I don't live in a house, but if I live in an apartment and I put a sign at my on my door saying church, then it becomes a church. Well, that's my temple. So I know it's buffering. We don't have any ghettos here in Melbourne or any Australian city actually. Really, how do you guys live without ghettos? Connection is a bit tricky. I saw it. Too bad. Patrick, now it's great time to like and subscribe. Thank you, Patrick. Sandman, yes, Natalia found Russian books in these libraries. Oh yeah, sometimes you can find Russian books in these libraries and books in other languages as well. So what do we have here? In front of Prospect Park, we have different playgrounds. Children who go to schools around this area, or adults who gather in groups, they play here different games. They can play soccer, they can play football, they play baseball, whatever they can imagine. Yes, and Prospect Park is just one block to the left. You see how people change from neighborhood to neighborhood where we go, even though we don't pass that too big of a distance. So now we will go back to where all the stores are on Church Avenue, and you will see that majority of people who live there, who inhabit this area, that's black people and people from, I would say, like India or places like that. Mostly black. And these are really like nice people. They're really helpful. Like I was just passing by it before I did this, before I started that stream. And I was looking at but through the window, because I didn't want to go in store with Lily, with my dog. So there was something for like a dog bed, and I was looking at it, and the guy who was sitting on the other side, he was sitting right next to that dog bed, and he took it in hands and he started showing from different sides. It was so sweet, you know, as if I was there and I felt like I was doing all that. So he was like really helping me. See, this is not exactly a yellow cab, but you see yellow cabs a lot parked next to these houses, because owners of these houses or people who rent them are often taxi drivers. Clayton, Brazil? What about Clayton, Brazil? But let me go back to your messages. There is no go zones in New York. Are there no go zones in New York? I mean, there are, depending on how you take different zones. Like no go zone to me is East Harlem. I would not go there myself. But still, I mean, people live there. Yes, need to request for zone change. That takes months to get it done. Oh, really? Oh, Clayton Lopez. Hello, Clayton. Clayton Lopez. So there are areas where mostly Mexican people live. There are areas where people from specific country live. Now you will see a lot, like in Chinatown, like in Manhattan and Chinatown. There are mostly Asian people who live, right? Mostly from China. So this is why New York is so diverse. And people get along really well. So if people in some other countries, let's say people from Israel who live next to well, Jewish sometimes don't get along with Muslim people, right? Well, here they can live, as I said, side by side, literally on next block from each other, and they get along really well. And this is what people Amazon. This is what people came for when they moved to America, and this is why America unites, and this is what America is so good for. Everyone is welcome here, and everyone is treated equally. Well, now some people more equally than others. Sometimes people ask me, like, do you feel a difference in how Russians are treated in America? Well, when this is spoken about, when there were presidential election, when there was a presidential election, and now when war burst out. So in the beginning, and especially some people that are really radical, you could feel the hate, right? I remember that like so vividly. So when I took CAP, when in 2016, when during previous election, and when the winner was announced, some people really hated me. That was back when Uber was, you could ride with several people in an Uber. Then they changed it during COVID, so it could be like only one person per Uber, so it was a share ride or something like that. And I'm like, what do I have to do with it? Give me a break. Like, only because they were speaking about this collusion, Russian collusion. Like, come on, I'm just a human being. I'm not even discussing politics. Lizzie, Bronx is also the second capital of Puerto Rico. Wait, let me go back. In the Bronx, there is a big Dominican Republic community. There we go. I also heard that there are I don't remember, I don't want to lie, but Roberta might be able to tell. So near Castle Hill, where someone I know, well, where the family of that person lives, they made some also like Muslim temples, or what is it called? Mosque, right? So they have a lot of that, but I don't remember from which country these people are. So there are a lot of communities in different parts of the city. There are many stores in Brooklyn. Oh yeah. Is it a long walk to or just by car? Oh no, there are so many stores everywhere you go, more than in the center of Manhattan. Welcome everyone, and thank you for watching. It's a message from Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. Okay. Especially changing commercial building to religious institute, a residential or commercial, takes really long. City council really don't like such changes, because I guess Sandman, correct me if I'm wrong, because if you change a building to some religious building, then you don't pay taxes, and city of course wants money, so of course they wouldn't be for it, correct? So they try to discourage that by taking their sweet time. Yeah, of course. It's all good. We love and support you. Thank you, Dijan. Lily is a good and reliable security guard. Lily is not with me right now. Lily was with me until just recently. She loves to walk in this area. There are so many smells of cats. So, and sometimes when she doesn't want to walk, she shows her personality. Whenever I say the word cat, she is like all ears, she's running ahead of me, she goes crazy. But when she meets a cat, all she wants to do is kiss them. That's what she is. Sorry that happened to you, Natalia. I have never had anything like that. Only some people pretended not to understand my accent. Well, no, it's okay. I mean, there are people that are different, but I don't expect everyone to... I can understand that things like that happen, and it was kind of expected, because this was at that time, especially in New York, it was a pretty huge propaganda and like really against Russia. So where there is Russia, there are Russian people. So anyone from Russia automatically falls under the category of being bad person, you know, if people don't really, if they're limited in their thinking. I can understand that, and I didn't take it personally, and it was quite a lot, to be honest. And now, especially like with the war and them trying to like, well, not trying to, again, that's to be understood, but like especially Ukrainians here, they can be like really much against Russians. I'm like, I've known you for so long and now you're against me. I didn't do anything different than I did 5 years ago when I first met you, you know? So this is an area with stores. These are very cheap stores. Like you can see even from outside prices here. So a shirt costs only $3. Pretty decent shirt. So a shirt like that would cost $7 in Manhattan. There is another part for home goods of the same store on the opposite side, and that's where I saw the bed for the dog. I love Russia. Good, dark horse. Joey, hello. Where is the store located? It's located right by subway, which is called Church Avenue, the stop. So you can buy bikes here, you can buy shoes, you can buy bags, purses, something for kids, whatnot. Some nice dresses. I bought a sweater here last year. And there you can buy stuff, mirrors, chairs, something for the bathroom, something for the kitchen. You can buy everything here. You can live here. How about today? Sure, Mike. Since I know you so well, is your name even Mike? Dave. Thank you. Hello, Joey. Why Joe? Why not me? It's not political, Lizzie. It's the truth. Guys, don't fight, okay? When I speak about politics, I'm just I can either share my own experience. I won't ever share with you what I'm like. How to say? If I'm for one thing or the other, like if I'm for Trump or if I'm for Biden, if I'm for whatever, you will never know my opinion about this here. But I can share with you experience that I had about particular things, okay? So and I'm asking you to respect each other and not to fight over politics, over religion, over other things, okay? Even if I don't, whenever a message is addressed not to me but to another person who is watching this stream, I don't pay attention to that, but please respect each other, all right? I didn't say it for you. He made a comment about Ukraine. Same about Ukraine. So if you can have your own opinion, I understand. You can share general information here, but please do not be personal against someone, okay? I do not have anything against the Ukrainians. I do not have anything against Russians. There are people who act strangely, but that's on them. It's not. I'm not here to judge them. And it doesn't mean that I will change my attitude to people because of their opinion. Are there grocery stores in a location too? Oh yes, we just passed the grocery store. I don't want to go inside because sometimes they don't want that you record, but this is a subway station and you can see how the people who live in the neighborhood changed, right? Remember what I was saying here, what I was saying about this place before, and you can witness it yourself. And people here, as I said, are super nice. So they might look like a little, like if I saw a person like that, let's say somewhere in the Bronx, I would be more cautious than if I see the same person here. Well, only because Bronx I don't know, but Roberto said that it's pretty safe. And people here are just people who work, who make their living through hard work, and they're really nice people. Sandman is right. Sandman, second letter is A, Anton. Is Joey leaving? I'm just waiting to hit the like button at my number. At your number? See, we passed an area with really nice homes. Parallel, so next street next to such houses looks completely different. You would never be able to think that just next door it's a different world, and that's where we'll go next. I wanted to show you that neighborhood because it's so different, even though it's like 1 block away. You see how it has changed? Dear viewers, reminder from Nightbot, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell sign for notifications. Joe is with us. Good. Yes, he is. I just hit like 67. Yoo-hoo! Thank you. Bronx is like Brooklyn, Natalia. I have not been to Bronx in a while. I have to go back there and remember. The last time I was in the Bronx, I think I went to Bronx Zoo or to Italy, Little Italy in Bronx, or maybe it was a house which is super nicely decorated on Pelham Avenue, I believe, for Christmas. There's a very luxury house with like moving creatures and stuff. I think it's the best Christmas decoration which I have ever seen. Tennis court without any tennis court, but the name of the street is that. We will walk until next traffic light or stop sign, and then we'll turn to one of the nicest streets. What part of Brooklyn are you in now? So this is called Midwood, Ditmas Park, Midwood. So that's I don't even know how to. So the area is called that. Q train or B train, in addition to Q train during the weekdays, takes you here. Richard Senti, all the graffiti is such an eyesore. I like graffiti. Some graffiti I think is a real masterpiece. It's probably not the best to do it on buildings where it shouldn't be, where it shouldn't belong to. But if there are special places where people do graffiti, I think it looks pretty cool. Would you agree with me? We have the Botanical Garden. Oh yes, that's right. I went to Botanical Garden there as well. It's right next to the Bronx Zoo, right, Roberto? You are right. Natalia loves to dance on stairs of the Joker. Yes. In the Bronx, there are also stairs of Joker. And one of my videos on the Russian channel is where I was dancing. I suck at dance, sorry. I cannot use another word. I know it's like sounds like a curse word, but I suck at dancing. Same with singing and what else? Well, enough for now. I'm so bad at this. Oh God. So whenever you want to make me feel awkward, ask me to sing, don't, or dance. Have you ever made broadcast from Queens? Yes, because Queens is Long Island, which is right across from Empire State Building, across East River. That's already Queens, so yes, and I will go there again. Not the other parts of Queens, I don't believe so. I don't know Queens that too well, but I will explore. Thank you for reminding me to do that, Nick. Moderators of this channel can ask.
Hey guys.
See, I told you people are nice here. Can ask Nightbot to name the weather anywhere in the world. Yes. So people who live here are also from this country. So what did I want to say? Yes, moderators on this channel, you can put an exclamation point or exclamation mark, right word weather, then for example some city. If it's the only city in the world with such name, or the well-known city, then it will show weather in this place immediately. Or if it's a common name for places in other parts, in different parts of the world, then you can put exclamation mark weather, space, continent, space, and then name of the city. For example, wait, let me do it. Weather, and I should spell it the right way for a change. Oh, come on, my fat fingers. Weather, space, Europe, space, Moscow. So that's the Moscow where I am from, right? So let's see if Nightbot tells me weather in that city now. It did. and the weather is warmer, as you can see, than it was in New York yesterday. So don't tell me that I'm used to cold weather. Even in Moscow, it's warmer. All right. But it's only moderators who can currently do this. Now that I know that this option works, that this command works, so what I will do, I will activate some commands, not just for moderators, but also, yes, Joey, but also for people who are subscribed to my channel. I checked statistics. I saw that only 50% of people who are watching my videos are actually subscribed to my channel. So once again, I want to use this opportunity to remind you to click subscribe button, because some options will only be available to subscribed followers. So there's subway, and this is why these houses can be in a quiet street, but at the same time, ay. Okay, I see we are back. Each time Rick writes something, connection freezes. Rick, what the heck? People have to be here now because I want to show you something that some people did not know existed in America. And not just in America, but specifically in New York. And I'll tell you something, even the city doesn't know about all such places because they were never counted. They were never put on map of the city. No one has any plan where they are located. Well, when you're in New York, pay attention to such signs. You can see them in many places in the city, including in Manhattan. There are many. So it's called a fallout shelter, and you see that it's written in the basement. So in case of, you know what, you can use basement of buildings that have such signs as shelter. I hope it will never happen. I hope there will never ever be any use in them, but at least you know that they exist, right? Buffering, I knew. Lizzie is now trying to figure out what part of Brooklyn we're in. Lizzie, did you understand where we are? I like those buildings. These buildings are they are made of brick outside, so they're made of stone, but inside everything is made of wood. So if you have, so even like floors. Oh, by the way, oh, I know so much. I want to share everything with you at once, but I have so little time during streams that I jump from one piece of information that I'm trying to deliver to another, and I forget everything, but eventually all information will be passed on to you. So listen, people who live in these buildings, so these are mostly co-ops. I already told you about co-ops. If you want to know difference between a co-op and a condo, please watch a video from Roosevelt Island that I had on my channel. So buildings around here, they're mostly, if not all, are co-ops. So co-ops, each co-op has its own rules, which all shareholders or people who live in the building have to follow. Most of the times, in most co-ops, or some co-ops have the same rules as other. So a set of rules is the same, and then they add or delete some of them specifically in reference to their co-op. So one rule that all co-ops have in common is the surface, or most co-ops, surface that has to be covered by a carpet, by a rug. Because especially in some buildings, like buildings that are made of wood, like the ones around here, noise from neighbors is very, very present. So if you don't have a rug, then you actually disturb your fellow neighbors, and you have to obey these rules. If you don't, you get a fine. So first you get a warning, well, depending on the co-op. In some co-ops are more strict than others, right? So if you, let's say, if a neighbor complained about you, and a lot of times, which is surprising to me, neighbors would complain directly to the management company and not ask you to change something, which is strange to me. I'm like, I'm right here, why not tell me first? Maybe I would listen to you, and I wouldn't be nasty. But management, usually, if it's a good management company or managing company, they would give you first a warning. They can give a warning second time if you don't follow their requirement. Third time you would definitely get a fine, and then fine goes up depending on how many times you broke that rule. There are many rules. Among other rules, for example, there is, and this is a city rule, something about windows, about what is it called, paint guard or something. So each building that is a co-op needs to provide each person who lives there with a letter once a year asking if they want to block the window from opening more than specific, like more. You don't have to open the window to the full. There are stoppers on many windows. That is put if you want like for your safety or for safety of kids who live in the building, and you can either accept it or decline it. But managing company must send out such a letter. Then what else? Which other rules are there? So there are plenty of rules, and you have to obey them. So staircases. So you would think that these are balconies, right? But these are not. These are fire escapes. So God forbid you put something on that fire escape, on this ladder. You can do that. That is actually a big fine, and that's not from the managing company, not from the building, but from the city. It's very serious. Then which other rules are there? So there can be plenty, and it can pile up, and you will end up paying, if you're a bad neighbor, paying in addition to what you are paying, to the rent that you are paying, or if you're an owner of the place, if you are paying maintenance fees. So in addition to this, they will include fine, and then if you don't pay a fine, then it piles up and you pay interest. So it's a vicious circle. So just be a good neighbor. I don't remember why I began speaking about it. I had another thought in my mind which I wanted to share with you, but I forgot. Oh, because of wood. Sometimes you hear people, like, you think that someone is walking right next to you, but in fact it's your neighbor. So even though buildings here look like they're made of brick, they're not. Everything inside is made of wood. And I'll speak about washing machines again. Let me just first read your messages. Wolfgang Production 7. We need low-cost housing in New York City. Well, I think that New York City in general is overpriced. I cannot speak for the entire America, but New York City for sure. Rick, Natalia is really very brave. Oh, me? Me brave? They have lotteries now for apartments in Long Island City. Interesting. If you guys want to know what a lottery is, you can watch my video from Roosevelt Island. I speak about that there as well. Going back to your messages, not to miss anything. Those were installed back in 1940. Yes, they're pre-war buildings. Some of them are even older than that. You're right, Joey. Come also to Yankee Stadium, Natalia. Is it also in the Bronx? To get all notifications, Joey is reminding you must hit the bell icon. Thank you, Joey. Lizzie, did I answer your question about Brooklyn, where we are? All right, so what other messages did I miss? Hello, Wolfgang Production 7. Interesting nickname. Hi, Dave. First time here. Welcome, Wolfgang. You're in the right place. Mike Choi. People say I'm handsome like a hunchback of Notre Dame, so our date would be good. Oh, if only I knew what hunchback is. I could imagine how handsome you are, but sorry. For people that have children, yes, the stoppers on windows. Rats are insane and unfair. Rents, not rats. Yes, I agree with you. And also prices if you want to purchase something. It's weird. It's like information is stored in the stuff she is talking about. That stuff is called a head. Where are you now with these houses? So we are in Brooklyn. washing machines. I remember about washing machines. Thank you for the subscription. I actually saw that you subscribed. Okay, Lizzie, I also told you, but I think that maybe the connection was bad there. So we are in Midwood. We're in Ditmas Park. To get to this area, you have to take Q or B train during the week and Q train on the weekend. There is another library where you can exchange books with your neighbors, and not only books. And if there is not enough space, you can put something outside as well. So there are games for kids. There are many things that people exchange. It's really smart. Instead of throwing out, you can actually find something useful for yourself here and also share with your neighbors. Watching on 84K TV, like being there, really? And you can, even if you watch on wait, are you watching on so on actual TV screen, right? So you can both watch and comment, or you watch on your phone and on your TV screen. Hello Brazil is so Easy Quill from Brazil. Sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly. She would brave to go on a date with Mike Choi. Mike Choi. You are funny. I'm at Stat Feeling in Pelham, New York. Real? Are you from New York? It's a lovely neighborhood, indeed. Midwood is a great residential neighborhood. Yes, with really nice people here. Max goes big. Happy to find your channel. Thank you, Wolfgang. I'm happy you are one of the many great, one of the great subscribers of my channel. Yes, if you have a laptop on too. Watch on TV. So can you type on TV as well? Because someone, Mario, if you are here, hi to you. He wrote to me after last stream, after the most recent stream before that. He wrote that he was watching on TV and he couldn't comment, but he promised he would do it here, and he still hasn't. Mario, is it time, Natalia, or you will let me? No, everything is fine. So far, so good. Thank you, Lizzie. Mike Choi, let me give you one warning. I don't know you, so please behave, okay? Some warnings are only given once. Streaming and texting from phone. And are you watching on the phone as well in 4K, or are you watching on TV screen? Well, share some food with us. Sometimes when I pass some restaurants or some houses where they make food, I'm like, why am I not there? Why am I not heading there? Thank you, Lizzie. So let's see how respectful, how that Mike guy can be an understanding person. So we're on Cortelia Road and we're crossing 17th Street. We will go now to, I hope I will see that place now, I'll find it. So there is a place where they sell fruit outside. It's right next to Newkirk Station. I want to show you prices there. Yes, Lizzie, could you please do it, what Mike has asked to do? And thank you in advance for doing that. I would like to remind people to be respectful to others here and to me, okay? One thing is to joke, one thing is to be funny, but other thing is really being disrespectful. Head to 19th Street, see my old place. That's 19th Street and Watrick. But I'm heading the opposite way now. I'm going back to 16th Street. That's Key Food. They say that it's a really good supermarket. I don't know how good prices here are, but definitely I believe they're cheaper than in Manhattan. And grocery shopping, you have many more options for grocery shopping than in the center of Manhattan here, and for decent prices. watching on TV, streaming from iPhone. I have no idea how this works, Max. My head is exploding. Max should be watched on TV, and comments can only be written from the phone. That is my question, so I'm not exactly sure how it works. Done like a cake. 19th and Beverly. Well, we're on Cortelia Road, so we're already past Beverly. It's behind us, isn't it? So you see how different these neighborhoods are. So now I wanted to tell you about washing machines. I don't see laundromats here, but if I see one, I'll show it to you. But so I just spoke to you about houses or some specifics about homes here. In this area, there are not a lot of homes that have washing machines inside of them. That's why there are many places with laundromats. What does it mean? Oh, speak about laundromat. That's what it means. You see? I notice that a lot. Whenever I speak about something, it's right there. So, since these houses have really bad, how to say that? So, all the cables and stuff. So, if something will switch on, light can go off in other place. So, it's pre-war buildings. So, you can imagine how bad it is, because even buildings that were built later here in the city, I don't know, it's like sometimes it seems to me that it's a third world country, how bad the inside of the building is. For example, the building where I live, in between walls, so between the wall, well, there's like space between my part, like where I live, of my apartment, and the apartment next to me. There's a huge space. You can live in that space. So there's a hole, and sometimes they just put some instruments there, you know, from when the building was converted into an apartment building. I'm like, really? And this is New York, and this is Manhattan? Okay, so if that is happening in Manhattan, imagine what it is like here. So if someone switches on light in one place, light in a different place can go off. It's not as bad, I'm exaggerating a little, but for you to have an idea. So trust me, if there were washing machines in some apartments, not even in all apartments in the building, light would be absent from the whole building, because the system is not ready for this, right? So what they do is, not in this neighborhood, but in Manhattan, they sometimes put washing machines, just one washing machine, maybe two, on the floor, and same with the drying machine. Or they can put it in the basement. So because this stuff is connected to something different, you know, so it can be, it can get energy from a different place, and you know, it's crazy. So you would think that it's not, you wouldn't see something like this in New York, in top of the world country, in top of the world city. But it's present, and in places where there are no washing machines and drying machines in the building, what people can also do is they take their laundry to places like I just showed. They're called laundromat, and they're for a fee, just like what you would pay in your building, but in buildings it's usually cheaper than in laundromats. So you pay, you can either wait for your clothes to wash and then take it away, or like put it to dryer, because of course it can happen that if you leave it unattended, it can be stolen. People are people after all, right? It doesn't happen as often as in, for example, Russia, where I come from, but it can happen here as well. So people most of the times wait for their laundry to wash before they switch it. Then they switch it to, they put it in a dryer, or they don't use a dryer. They can take wet clothes and dry them at home. Or there is also a service which costs additional money, where you can have someone come pick up your clothes, do laundry for you, and then give it back once it's ready. Let me have the car pass. So yeah, it's really surprising to me. I really couldn't imagine something like this in New York. That's why first year in New York, or even first 3 years, was time for exploration, and that's why I'm happy not to have been born here. On one hand, it's more challenging, it's more difficult to learn everything as you go and to change the way that you are used to doing things, or the way it is, or the way it's done in other parts of the world. But that's life, you know. Frying meatballs, I'm back and forth here. Nice. Hello, Ruff. Hate laundromats. Do you have to go to laundromat? Nat ain't lying. They still close now in New York. Happened to me last summer. Really? Well, there you go. I'm sorry to hear that, but it can happen. Are there subscriptions to laundromats or just one-time payment for one wash? I don't know of any subscription. You also bring your own. Oh, that's where we were before. You need to bring your own like stuff to wash your clothes with, or you can purchase it there for a fee. I don't think there is any subscription, but maybe people who use laundromats know. I tried to go once and film there, but people did not appreciate it, so I stopped immediately. But I can check it out. Sucks. Well, yeah. Let me go back to your messages and check if there's anything that I missed. A building structure, depending on the years they were built. Well, the place where I live in Manhattan, it's still like what I called like old grandmother's apartment, you know, like shabby, kind of somewhere falling apart, a lot of things need to be replaced and so on. But that was definitely an after-war building, so not pre-war building, and it was closer to our century than the 20th century, you know. So I'm still surprised that things are falling apart. Heading toward Dorchester. Rick, you know everything here, but we're already past Beverly, and we're not going to 19th Street because it's way like out of the way. I think I answered all comments that were addressed to me. If I missed something, please send it again. And I'm reminding you guys that I'm the only who I know. Who am I? Streamer. I'm the only person who streams who answers all comments under every video. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you want to write any feedback, if you want to curse at me, if you want to do whatever, no, don't curse. You can post it all under the video when it's over. You can write anything under any video. I see that all, even if they are old ones, and I respond to everything. And I'm also trying to respond to all messages during live streams. If I miss something, I'm sorry. And thank you, special thanks to moderators who are responding to messages on my behalf, or to other viewers, in case I do miss something. Congrats! You watched the live stream for 1 hour. Oh, Nightbot, it's been 1 hour and 35 minutes. I have to change something about you. 7 minutes to sunset. What will you do, Rick? And it did start to get colder. Thank you, I appreciate it, Joey. That's what I thanked you and people like you for. I see that FF Mendes subscribed to my channel. Welcome to my channel, FF Mendes. You made the right choice. The walk has been going on for an hour, 1 hour and 35 minutes. Nightbot has been a little off here. Oh wow, another Volkswagen that looks really cool. And see, I told you about taxis, so the owner or the renter of this house is a taxi driver. Same there. Okay, so where are we now? So that's Ditmas Avenue. I think next one will be Foster. If they didn't remove fruit from outside, I will show you prices. If they did, I will show that to you next time. All right? But we are not done yet. Subscribe, friends. Well, look at that. Wolfgang just subscribed to my channel himself, and he's already encouraging other people to do the same. I hope not to disappoint you. Just walked past a Uber car too. I didn't pay attention to that, but you're probably right. Newkirk Next Avenue. Lead the way, Rick. Lead the way. Near Newkirk Station, there is also nice mosaic. I think it's not graffiti. I think it's mosaic. Either way, we will be able to check it now. And I really hope that they have not removed fruit yet. I know that they remove it from there once it gets dark, but we're not there, not quite there just yet. So hopefully it's still outside waiting for us. I am female. I'm a streamer too. Oh, you are. Wait. So I'm sorry. Are you? And you're not Wolfgang, so that's not your name. Okay. Sorry. I make a lot of how to say. I explore a lot of things and I learn step by step who is who here. Another cat. Are you streaming from New York? Now when I see your nickname, I'm thinking about meatballs. And I guess I'm hungry. Oh, it's getting chilly. Next week it will be plus 15 degrees Celsius in New York almost every day. Plus 14, 15 degrees. And that's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't wait. Really not like a traditional winter. But I will be leaving soon. So one of the questions I asked in the community tab is where you think I will be going, first in February and secondly in March. The one who guesses, or maybe two people who guess, at least the name of the country, they will get a present from me, from that place, or from these places. Not always with food. What can you do? Like Rick? Right, Rick? Why are there so many R, Rick? Or as Sandman would say, rrr. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost by the place which I wanted to show you with food. With fruit, not food. Will you guess? I didn't tell you. No, I didn't tell you, Joey. Let's give it a try. Making ravioli with meatballs and mushrooms. You know what? Do not dare write about food here. That's so... Now that I'm not eating and I want to eat, that's unfair. Alright? Sunset is nice. My name is Luna, but everyone on YouTube calls me Wolfgang. What's your name? Well, my name is Natalia. It's nice to meet you, Luna. Are you streaming from New York? Oh, they already removed. No, fruit is still there. Good. Oh, fruit is still there. Good. I just want to show it to you so that you can compare prices to what I showed in Manhattan, on an island.
Nice boots.
Thank you. On an island, so on Manhattan, which I showed in yesterday's stream. Nice to meet you. Yes, I'm in New York. Well, nice. I will follow you after this stream as well. Since I'm using a third-party app, I cannot do it while I'm streaming. So that's Newkirk Plaza station. Stations here are outside, unlike in Manhattan. And let's see prices now. Boots are regular. Rick, you are really attentive today. Hello, Jose. So they have like really good price for fruit here. You can see it yourself. So that huge pomelo costs, well, it says $5 here, but on the other side, same size, costs $3. Or for a pack of 2, or for a little smaller one, you would pay $1, and it's extremely delicious. I got it here 2 weeks ago, and it was so good. So, garlic, 5 pieces, $2. A pack of apples, $4. Then that's a little expensive. Avocado 2 for $4. It's 5:06 p.m. in New York City, almost sunset time. Then what do you find here? Small bananas. Then some grapes and other stuff. Everything is $1. Same here, so everything is $1, and a big pack of blueberries, $2. Then prices here are per pound, but still really good price. There is more inside, but we won't go there because I don't want to confuse them or to piss them off with streaming. So that's kiwi, 2 for $5, which are, so 1, 2, 3, 6, so 12 kiwis for $5 only. Not bad. That's not Prism. I am using a different app right now. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Welcome to my new followers. Welcome to my moderators. Welcome to all other followers, especially the ones who commented, and even to the silent ones. And welcome and thank you even to people who were quiet and didn't write a word during this stream. So next stream will potentially happen next day, so tomorrow tomorrow early morning. Not guaranteed, but I will try. If there will be a stream, you will see 1 or maybe 2 celebrities. So please subscribe, join my channel, click like to this video as I'm saying bye to you, or you can do the same after the video is over when you watch a replay. People who are watching replay, hi to you separately, and I will see you next time. Thank you everyone. Yana, hi, and till next time. Thank you.